for hip nerds with a love for everything geek. Collectibles, sports, fashion, and of course food. What, they may have lost a few 100 pounds, but they'll always be fat to me. What? No, that's fat with a PH. This is Beyond the Routine with Chris, Jones, and some guy named Dave.
And some guy named Dave is absent. He may show up, but who knows?
So
work emergency.
First of all, happy 200 BtR.
Yay!
Bravo.
I just want to say right off the bat, we got the two guys that created this crazy journey years and years ago. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're definitely playing it out somewhere.
Bringing me into the fold.
Is it there?
He's taking care of that.
All right.
Bringing me in the fold. This is, I've been doing it for 2 years now, and this is
good stuff.
Definitely one of my favorite things every week.
So real quick for everybody that's tuned in, what's up? We got a lot of viewers out there now.
We do.
I want to give a shout out to we got my beautiful wife. Hey babe. She says hi, Marty.
Yes.
Marty, you're there.
Marty.
Yeah. Marty.
He waved.
He waved.
Oh, he waved.
It's an audio. It's an audio experience.
You can talk.
It's an audio experience.
Brad Peters, he says happy birthday, Stoles.
Yes.
Osiris wondering where his Dave is. Tam says you're missing one. And Deb Kudnick says hi.
Hello, Aunt Deb.
Oh, and Dave is on the stream. He's watching live, so he says, "Go boys, go!"
Dave's gonna manage our stream.
We knew Dave. We knew Dave was here in spirit, and my mom is also tuning in. Hi, Mom.
Thanks for giving birth to Jones.
So,
love you.
Hi, Kathy. Have you noticed how when Dave is gone, we need to replace him with 3 people, but when Chris is gone, it's one, maybe.
No one even wants to be me. Like, are we bringing this up again, Jesse, on the 200th episode?
We love you, Chris.
So
happy birthday.
So as
happy birthday, Chris, by the way.
As you can see, yeah, it's definitely Stoles' birthday. Happy, what is it, 35 today?
34.
34. Oh, you are a youngin'.
Oh, 35. I'm getting ripped. First of all, I'm going to do it all out for my wife's 35th in hopes that I can, go to Cancun or something.
Something. And the beautiful Mrs. Stoles has joined us. What up, Julie?
That's a good-looking woman, let me tell you. But who else do we have on the show today? So we have Jesse.
That's me.
Co-founder, co-creator of BtR, as many of you know. Only stayed around for the first 89 episodes. And then we have the wonderful and beautiful gadget intern.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Oh, I'm beautiful today.
Person.
Thank you.
Live in person.
Yes.
And then who's this guy on the end, Jones?
So this guy on the end is kind of he's a longtime friend, originally of Jesse, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then he got introduced to our LAN scene with us and started gaming with all of us, and he's of course you don't come on the show without oh, you know what, I can actually play this bumper real quick. No, I can't because my volume's down.
We can finally play this bumper.
Yeah, we can play this bumper that we've never played before, and I'm really excited about it. Hold on.
We know you get tired of Chris and Jones, so we decided to bring on a guest, our future intern.
Yes, the future intern segment.
Future intern,
One thing I can say, Marty actually, Beyond the Routine has a little bit of history with him, actually.
Right.
There probably wouldn't be a Beyond the Routine without him.
Correct. Yeah, this is true.
The first podcast I did, in fact, I didn't even know much about podcasting. Marty introduced me to. He saw the work I did on YouTube, playing around with videos. I did a gadget review. He says, "Hey, why don't we try a podcast?" So we did it. We did maybe about 5 episodes or so, and we had scheduling conflicts, and it never really took off. But Jones liked the work that we did, and he wanted to kind of do something new with that and everything, and that kind of spawned the idea. So that's when Jones pitched to me the idea of this show. So yeah, that's kind of the history.
And that was 2000. What do we determine? 2009 on that is when we actually first started talking about it.
Was initially,
that early? I think it was. Yeah. I think Stoles had did some bio work on it. Stoles, do you remember off the top of your head?
2008 was when it was registered.
Oh yeah, so we registered Beyond the Routine in 2008. So we talked about it then, and then it came into fruition 2013, 14.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been a long road. Oh geez, my chair's gonna get die.
So let's check the who is to.
But we got Eddie joined. What up, Eddie? Luke Bundenberg says happy birthday, Chris. Apologize if I'm butchering people's names. And Julie's confessed, Stoles, that she's not watching if Dave's not here.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't.
And
watch
then
either.
my wife immediately agrees right after. Awesome.
Oh, I can see.
Thanks
your
so
address.
much, ladies.
I can see your address here, Jones. and your email address.
He didn't check the privacy button.
I didn't check the privacy.
2009, yes.
Yep,
And
2009.
the beginning of 2009, by the way. Also, we're up for renewal in 2018.
I gotta remember to renew that, so we don't run out. But yeah,
So
lots
both of our wives, like,
would rather have Dave. Yeah.
in multiple ways, I feel.
Oh,
like.
and this is I didn't even
boy.
realize Alicia
Nailed it.
nailed it. Bam is here. She says, "Happy birthday, Chris! Happy 200th episode." And it was nice seeing Chris and Jones at the con because we'll get into this, but
We got
Stoles and I-
recognized a couple times
Yeah.
at the con. Like, I know we're going to turn it into a big, like, we're big time now. But there was people that literally, someone asked me to take off my hat to look at the dyed hair at the con. We're that famous. And if you want to experience this in 360, this is also our first 360 live broadcast.
Yeah, so open a separate browsing window, browse back to our Facebook page, and we will have another live feed on there from a 360 view.
And if you turn around, you can actually see Steven.
You get to see the graphics intern. There he goes.
There he is.
So yeah, check that out. But yeah, I think lots of big things for the 200. As we said, it's Stoles' birthday, opening day, Salt Lake Comic Con 2017, and yeah, quite frankly, we're getting ready to launch our new site.
Yes.
So what I'd like everybody listening to do is go ahead and point your browsers to beyondtheroutine.com/new site.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Kick the tires, if you will.
That's what our graphics intern has been hard at work doing for us, creating this new lovely, awesome site. So yeah, we're gonna be launching that very, very soon. But it gives you a nice sneak peek as to what the new site will look like.
You know what I'm going to do for you, graphics intern? You can have another one of my shares.
Oh,
There you go, right there.
Wow.
Boom. He's 2 shares. He got twice as many shares as you.
But getting back to the future intern, as we've already played the bumper for.
Yes.
Marty, as said, Jesse and Marty were into a podcast early on. That gave me the idea that maybe we should start that. And, you know, Jesse and I, when we were talking about it, things, it was just like, we mentioned Seinfeld, kind of, right? Like that whole
Yes.
show.
A show about
that
nothing.
the show about nothing that they were creating. And I kind of had a similar thing. It was like, why do we need to do anything with it? Why not just have it be our daily stuff? I think we could make the stuff we do on a daily basis, our adventures we go on, our trips we go on, we could make that a show. And then it just kind of snowballed from there down into what we have today. So cool stuff. But Marty is going to come on as an intern, and your paperwork's in the mail, by the way, Marty. You'll have official BtR
The
letterhead
last
I'm still
person
waiting
get
and
their
everything.
letterhead?
I sent it UPS.
Oh, it's
that's the
coming.
problem.
It's on its
coming.
way.
I sent it UPS.
So you send a UPS to the FedEx facility who's going to send it USPS.
Yeah,
right?
correct, exactly. And
Makes
then
sense.
eventually DHL would probably deliver it.
That's right.
So
With this many people here, it almost feels like The View.
Does that make me the Whoopi? Because she sits in the middle, right?
and
You're the
can,
Wookiee.
can we go on anymore without pointing out the obvious that Stoles is wearing a giant Chewbacca onesie? I mean, really. I
My
don't-
wife got me a Chewbacca onesie for my birthday, and I wasn't not going to wear a Chewbacca onesie. But let me tell you, this thing is hot sitting between you four. Oof.
Awesome. Well, yeah. So I think the official title for Marty will have him be our production intern because
that's right.
God knows this show could use some help with its production.
Yes.
So
I think we've
yeah.
come a long way, though, Jones.
No, we have. We've come a long way.
Just since we got the sponsorship of Bastion Technologies and we got the studio here, I think we've come a long way. So we have checkered patterns in the back,
Yeah,
folks.
we have it. This is new.
Look. Yeah.
It's awesome. Looks very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
My arms are still the hairs are glued together thanks to that board. So yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, what do we want to chat about first? Should we get right into the con there, Stolzy?
Sure. I
Okay.
mean, there's also the Chris Crate, but we can. Let's
yeah.
do the con first.
Let's do the con. We'll get to the Chris Crate. Those that are not familiar, every year since Stoles and I met, we essentially, my first birthday gift to him was a subscription crate dedicated
pretty
to
awesome.
him, custom box.
This
all
is
that
before
good
I think
stuff.
I even did the show.
Right. It was before the show at that point, 3 years ago. This one will be the third annual Chris
All right,
Crate.
I can't wait. So let's just do. We have a lead in now. So the first Chris Crate was some of my very first pops.
Yes.
I have hundreds of Star Wars pops now, but it was some of my very first pops. I remember them. BB-8, Force Awakens was about to come out. They had just come out a couple weeks before, and he got me like 3 pops. The second one was the manly crate, which God knows I need to be more manly.
It wasn't a custom box like the first crate. It was an actual a nice box. That
And
you could
I use
reuse
that
for
box for things to this day.
Awesome.
I keep things in there.
And it had booze and knives.
Booze and knives and manly things. And now we have Chris Crate Stoll's Bounty.
Mr. Graphics intern, could you please bring us the Chris crate?
The Chris Crate.
Thank you.
All right, let's give this to the guy that moved it over here. So let's see what this is.
All right, so this is the Chris crate, folks.
All right, and so this is the 3rd edition Chris Crate, and I do the same thing because I am gonna steal all Jones's good ideas. So I stole his idea. So we'll be seeing the Jones Crate soon. So we have Chris on the front of Chris Crate.
Awesome.
All right, let's see what it is. So apparently we got a sponsorship for the Chris Crate this year.
Ooh, by Loot Crate DX.
Wow.
Chris Crate by Loot Crate DX.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and call out 1 second. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I guess I could have opened it different. Oh, oh my gosh. You are such a jerk. So first of all, very sweet, expensive gift, but
Does this mean you have to open each and every single one
no, this
of them?
means now I have to collect each
Yes.
and every single one of them.
Yes, it does.
Is what that means. So I will be now. My wife, is she still watching, is like, Jones, no. So these are the Star Wars mystery minis from Funko that I have previously stayed away from. So I assume the Stoll's Bounty means it's Star Wars themed.
Yes, absolutely.
So we got 12 of those, and then we got, what else do we got? We got the Bounty Hunter Code. Star Wars, the Bounty Hunter Code. So this is apparently a thing about all the different bounty hunters in the Star Wars universe, which is awesome.
That's nice.
A book, and then we have a Chewbacca koozie
That
to
matches
go with
you.
my. Yeah, I'm gonna walk around the con tomorrow in this, wearing this with my koozie. And we have the Star Wars Rogue One mission briefing Topps cards, and last but not least, patches.
Patches.
They don't need no stinky
Well,
patches.
thank you so much, Jones.
You are welcome, my
And
friend. Happy
anyone
birthday
else-
to you.
Anyone else in the Joneses household that may have participated in making this crate.
It's a family
So
affair.
I feel kind of bad. I ripped open the box, not realizing that I could have just flopped open and.
Yeah, I should have
Loot Crate
been a
would have
little more
mentioned.
straightforward, but I was kind of worried that the stream
This
went down
book is
because
super cool.
my computer locked up. Yeah, I thought that was pretty slick. I kind of read through it a little bit before I
I
bought it.
cannot believe you got me the mystery minis.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you just started.
And I just realized after they actually showed up that when I looked at the box, I was like, oh man, there's way more than you could ever get in a single
They're already
crate.
they're already on the second series.
And they're on the second series?
They're already on the second
Yeah.
series.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Like $400 later, I'll be like, I finished it, Jones. I came out from the darkness.
I'm sure Jones made sure that every single one of those is an individual one that you won't be a repeat.
So here's the good news about those. Here's the good news about the mystery minis is when you buy an entire crate like that has never been opened before, you are guaranteed not to get a duplicate.
Yes,
There you go.
that's correct.
Yeah.
But there's also like 4 different like the variants. I know I've read all about it because I researched. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to fall into these pretty hard, but I'm going to get a scale. You can get a micro scale.
Oh God.
And if you weigh them, so I'm going to be the guy.
Somebody's documented that shit on Reddit, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to micro scale it.
I already got some. Thank you.
Yes. So thank you very much, Jones. I appreciate that.
You are welcome, my friend. Happy 3rd annual Chris Crate birthday.
I'm excited for the. I already got the theme. Here, I'll.
Oh.
Did you hear me? You did hear me, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Damn it. But what does it mean?
I don't know what that means.
Am I going to get you a peg leg? I don't know.
You gonna stab my eye out? Her?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll get you a parrot.
Ooh, I want a parrot.
a hook hand.
That would be amazing.
Let's talk about Marty's laptop.
Oh man, look at that thing.
That is beastie.
It's a little small.
I feel like
Little
that laptop would eat my laptop and then like poop like a netbook. Whenever.
Maybe.
I just want to say I'm not compensating.
Yeah, I was just saying. Maybe he's compensating.
No, I'm
for
assuming.
something?
I'm assuming this is actually like 1 or 2 generations older.
It is.
So they're a little bit bigger.
It's,
They've
it's got
slimmed
a
down.
970 in it.
We saw. Oh, not. Yeah, I'm all like, it's 1 or 2 generations. Yeah, I just upgraded to a 970. I'm such a shit talker.
EM the PM, I need more clarification on your last comment of that's my fetish, because we've talked about a whole lot of stuff before I noticed your comment.
Do you know?
And some of that is pretty weird if that's your fetish.
Do you know what my fetish is?
I don't. It's wearing a giant Chewbacca.
EM the PM is my fetish.
Oh, EM the PM.
I actually have a very specific fetish. Really skinny people from Delaware. Like, that's my fetish.
That's a very specific fetish.
Yeah, I mean, it's very specifically about one person.
Hey-oh. Oh, the Wookiee suit is his fetish. The Wookiee suit stalls.
Here you go, EM the PM.
Oh, and my aunt just tuned in. Hey, Claudie, what's up? Thanks for tuning in.
She's like, why is my nephew hanging out with the guy in a Wookiee suit?
The fan intern's wife is also here.
The fan intern, I actually have the fan intern. I bought a gift for him today at the con. I can't wait to give it to him tomorrow.
Awesome. And so, all right, let's get into that. With that, no further ado, let's get into the con, should we?
Yes, let's. So this is my very first Comic-Con.
His very first Comic-Con.
In the past, thank you so much.
And look, the graphics intern's delivering drinks.
Oh, that is a shot in the 7.
Yeah, whoa, is that a shot? Or,
That is
Probably not.
He doesn't know what it means.
yes, I love it. You know what? I can do the whole thing. So this is my very first Comic-Con. So I have a thing about, like, being surrounded in a crowd. I'm not a big fan, and I've heard that the con can get a little crazy in that regards.
yes.
By the way, one of the things, and we have no affiliation with the con. You know, we got press passes. I'm sure we can be completely upfront. That whole, like, selfie thing that you were talking about, super annoying.
Where they just stop in front of you and
No, they stop. The main people in the con stop at like 5 minutes before like the big things are over to take a selfie.
Oh, Brian Brandenburg and Dan Farr.
It was either I thought his name was Chris, the guy that did it, but he was like Michael Rooker. It was hilarious.
So you're talking about at the beginning of the panel.
Yeah.
They always do a selfie
Yeah.
with the celebrity,
They did it at the
themselves,
end.
and the audience.
They did it at the end. So Michael Rooker was questionably drunk. He was drunk. So he was out in the audience, and the guy's like, "Hey, Michael, we're trying to wrap it up. We only got 5 minutes. You want to come up on stage and take a selfie?" And he's all like, "No." And they answered 5 more questions.
Good on him.
So we went to me and only the 2 of us, right?
Yep.
Did you go to the con today? Are you planning on going to the con?
Yeah.
When are you going tomorrow?
Tomorrow and Saturday.
And are you going to the con?
I gotta work.
Oh, okay. So tomorrow and Saturday. So if you guys want to come back next week, you can talk about your experience at the con. But I liked it. It was pretty fun.
Yeah,
I went with Jones. We went for opening bell.
Yeah, so we went for the opening thing. We showed up, and frankly, I'm just going to disclose a little too much information, but I'm not going Saturday, and I figure if somebody wants to go Saturday that's part of BtR, why do I need to dedicate my pass to me when I'm not going to be able to use it?
Yes.
Right? So I just kind of loosely put the wristband on when I go through the checkpoint, and the guy's like, "Okay, I need to check your bags," and I like open up my coat because I don't have a bag. And he's like, "Okay, you have a wristband?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Is it registered?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, just up to there then." And then I just like walk right on through. I'm like, "Cool." So I get up to the thing, I tap my wristband. She's like, "All right, good to go."
Wristbands have RFID chips in them.
Yeah, so I go right on through, and then I turn around, and Stoles had bags and stuff, so he had a little bit longer to get through the bag check and everything.
So I fumbled. I tried to do the same thing, and I fumbled with my wristband a little bit, and it fell off a little. And the guy was like, "Is that snapped?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I must have forgot to snap it." And so he made me snap it like way too tight. It's like I'm sweating here. So I plan on
He
going,
knew what you were up to.
Yeah.
Dude, I am not good at that kind of stuff. Like Jones was a smooth operator. Like, so they asked Jones to look in his bag.
Yeah.
Right? But Jones didn't have a bag. Had that happened to me, I would have probably like shut down and been like, "I'm trying to sneak in! I'm trying to sneak in!" And meanwhile, Jones just like opens up his coat like a flasher. I'm like fumbling with these 2 bags that I have. Yeah, I was.
I need an adult.
That's right.
So we get in there, and when you get into the main hall, it's a big line, and the like little volunteer chick that's like 4 feet tall.
She was so tiny.
Yeah, she's got this sign that says "End of Line" that she's holding up, and it doesn't come past my chest still,
Yeah.
the top of this sign. And I'm like, okay. So we like go stand by her, and everybody else just kind of. Then she moves behind us, and does this whole zigzag line formation thing, which we all know is not holding out when this door opens, right? When the So yeah, sure enough, the door opens and everybody just does this like V thing towards the door.
Yeah, there was no point of the line.
Yeah. So we get in, and right away you walk into Artist Alley. Artist Alley is a cool, really cool place. It's one of my favorite places. I love the art. I just don't usually bring myself to pay for it. But I love to look at it.
The part that is the most compacted.
Yeah, a lot of things all in one.
I did notice. Have they done this in the past, Jesse or Eric, where they had breaks in the Artist Alley, almost like they could have put a booth there, but they didn't put a booth, so you could walk this way and like this way.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty common.
So that made it a little better to walk between.
And I know we have been in areas where they've made that way too crowded, and it was a fire code issue, and I know that they've been hassled.
I saw the fire marshal
Yeah.
when you left, actually. I saw him.
And that's another reason you have to.
Or someone dressed up
They have. Yeah, right. There was a Fire Marshal Bill. That's what I thought of when he said Fire Marshal. You saw a cosplay of Fire Marshal Bill?
There's too many cosplayers in here right now.
That's amazing.
That's my fire marshal Bill. Right?
There you go.
That's a lot better than your Yogi Bear impression. It sounds like
First
Obama.
of all, I'm enjoying retirement.
How was the crowds today?
You know, it wasn't terrible,
It wasn't that bad.
but it was busy for a Thursday. Like, really busy for, like, a Thursday.
I haven't been
More
there
than you
before.
would think
Yeah.
in Utah.
I didn't realize, but the press, I don't know if this was accurate or I just got the like deal of a lifetime, but I go to line up and the guy's like, are you VIP
Yeah.
or are you regular? And I'm like, well, I'm press, so I'm not sure if that makes me VIP or not. But it does. And I guess that makes sense because you want the press.
I
at
didn't have the
front.
heart to tell you, but it doesn't.
It doesn't?
He totally
Dude,
screwed up.
I do not give a crap because like I got to the Christopher Lloyd line in like 10 minutes.
Awesome.
And everyone else, I was still lined up. And so I got Christopher Lloyd's autograph.
Well, what was funny though, and I was telling Jesse this story on the way here, is that happened, and it wasn't like he's like, I think it's VIP, but
You went and asked
let me go
somebody.
check, and he goes and checks another volunteer.
That's the issue is they don't brief them
Yeah.
on what it is. So
They
you
also
get a
didn't check.
different answer based on who you
They
ask.
didn't check at the thing. Like I kind of like I had that big because I someone commissioned for me to go and get Christopher Lloyd and Tom Wilson's signature on this Back to the Future board. So I had this board in front of me. So like he couldn't see my badge, and maybe that's why he didn't say, "Hey, you're not." But I also had like $160 in my hand. I'm like, I'm getting 2 autographs.
So yeah, so that happened.
I learned some information about Star Wars.
You gonna share that? You like nervous about it still?
A little. So I got one of the Star Wars guests. There's only like 3 of them, so you can figure out who it is, but I won't share who it is. One of the Star Wars guests, I got his signature right off the bat. So
BB-8.
yeah, okay, the BB-8, the puppeteer for BB-8, whatever. Okay. So he shared that he just wanted to like he could tell I was a big fan, and he was just wanted to reassure me that like Episode 8's going to be awesome, and that he said that the Porgs are not quite what they seem, because I said that to him. I'm like, I feel like the Porgs, which you've seen the Porgs, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like the Porgs might get like some backlash against them, right? When this cute little character, Porgs aren't what they seem. And then he said like, beyond that, Han Solo is going to be literally everyone's favorite Star Wars movie. He said that everyone who loves Empire, everyone who loves Rogue One, Han Solo is going to blow him away. He said that he's seen Donald Glover and he's seen like the reels of Woody Harrelson, and it's amazing. So
Really?
Very good.
I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know if he's just feeding me a line of bull or what. And then, but right at the end, he has this adorable British accent. Right at the end, he's all like, he looks down on my past and he was like, oh Lord. He's like, I've been saying this to press the whole time. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be telling you this. It was very British. That was probably a very horrible accent, but yes. So that's some of the behind-the-scenes stuff we got as press today at BtR.
Yep. We got
a couple crates.
Oh yes, we got crates. Check the YouTube channel. We did unboxings for those. So very impressive. Overall, prices as they usually are. I've noticed as every con I've been to there, Comic-Con I've been to there is inflated to say the least. Pop prices definitely inflated.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Some booths had decent prices, like commons were $7, which is a good deal, but like the what they want to call exclusives, like they had New York Comic-Con exclusive pops there for like triple what the prop price guide value is, just because it's, this is Salt Lake Comic-Con and they have New York Comic-Con pops there, I guess. I don't know. But overall, yeah, it's I like to go and just check out the wares, so to speak, and what people are selling and things like that.
Speaking of which, did Pop Life show up?
Pop Life did show up.
Did we ever find their booth?
I did. I
You
talked
found
to
their
them,
booth?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's funny because, like, me and Jones. There's been a couple times where me and Jones have, as you guys know, we do the Funko things, where I'll go and I'll make a deal with someone, and then Jones is like, "Oh, I'm actually meeting that guy. That guy's in Lehigh, so I'll just pick up your pop." Or, "Oh, you're going to West Valley, you just pick up my pop," kind of thing. So we've met a lot of the same people, and so those same people were working the Pop Life thing.
Oh, really?
I still don't understand why Pop Life is at Salt Lake Comic Con. Are they a Utah company?
Jesse, do you know?
I don't know. I don't understand what Pop Life is. And
So Pop Life is the Asian distributor for Funkos. They're part of this other thing called Mindspring or something like that, and they're the Asian distributor.
You know
for
what?
Funkos.
I'll bet you it is. I don't necessarily think they're Utah-based, but because of FanX going Asian, or Salt Lake Comic-Con going Asian, right, with all the cons over there.
well,
I
it's a
bet
partnership with them.
Right. I bet it's that's how Pop Life got involved, is with that whole partnership. The Funko Asia stuff got involved with it as well.
And apparently, I was talking to the guys about this. I did want to investigate this a little bit. Apparently, Funko licenses in Asia. So Pop Asia, Pop Life, and the Mindspring thing or whatever, they will do lines that Funko has no idea about. So they have these awesome Kung Fu Panda ones that are exclusive to the Salt Lake Comic Con right now. And then they also have the UFC ones. They did the UFC ones, and apparently Funko had no idea, that they were doing someone asked them about the UFC line, and they were like, "Huh?" And apparently Pop Life had got the UFC license or something. I guess.
Okay, so that's how they're involved.
So, and they're doing an awesome mystery box that is not necessarily up me or Jones's alley, but seemed like it was an awesome.
Looked like it was a good deal, and like I said, I was curious. Did you by chance ask if you could just buy the coin?
No, I did. I asked how many, because what I was going to do is I was going to buy 2 of them in hopes, if they said that the coins are 1 in 4, I was going to buy 2 of them to try to get you a coin. But
What are the coins?
so they have the Salt Lake Pop Life challenge coins.
Yeah, so it's a Pop Life
You know what
coin that I
challenge
guess
coin
they
is? Challenge coin.
they give out
It's
as Pop Life things, but this one was Salt Lake Comic Con exclusive. It was a Comic Con exclusive one, yeah.
a challenge coin. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jones, but a challenge coin is it started as a military thing.
Military thing.
And so you would have a challenge coin as a Marine or something like that. And what exactly would you use it for?
So you go into a bar,
Okay.
and you slap your challenge coin on the bar.
Okay.
Everybody else in the bar that's military there slaps their coins on the bar if they have them. The military man in the bar that doesn't have the challenge coin buys the rounds.
Oh, okay. And so they just like anything like that, obviously you're gonna in the Marines you're gonna have a challenge coin that's specific to your battalion, or if I'm using the wrong words I apologize. Your specific squad or whatever, they become collectible. So there's people that collect them.
There are people that collect them.
I bet they sell
people,
them, dude.
People have expanded them way beyond the military now. There's all kinds of different challenge coins out there. I have quite a few of the military related ones, but I also have some movie related ones.
You're coming
things
tomorrow,
like that.
right?
Yeah.
I bet they sell them.
Yeah, they'll have some there. I saw some there today. John Klaus says 200th. Congrats, man.
Thanks a lot, John. I appreciate that.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a pretty cool Starfleet Academy challenge coin at San Diego Comic Con.
So have you turning just slightly? Have you decided if you're going to do the Star Trek crate?
I do want to, yes.
All right.
I have qualms about it, but I do want to.
Will you record him unboxing the Star Trek crate?
Sure.
Did you know if I subscribe for a year, I get 3 months of that CBS access, so I can watch that new Star Trek?
So you can watch the new Star Trek show without
And
pirating
you
it.
already planned on watching that probably through other
Were you going to
means.
pay for the subscription service, honestly, for that?
No.
No, you weren't going to do it. Okay.
Nope.
I recently
I like that they did that.
I cut cable, and you know what the first thing I did was? I called up Jones and I was like, "Hey Jones, can I use your Comcast login to log into all these different apps? I'll give you $10 a month." Jones is like, You can just use it. You can buy me lunch next time we go to lunch. That's a perfect Jones impression, by the way.
That's a perfect.
That
one.
was good.
You can
Nailed
use
it.
I sound like I've been smoking for 45 years.
No,
It was
you
better.
don't sound like that.
The impression you did a minute ago was better than that.
The Obama one? No. I appreciate that. Dude, this Wookiee outfit, like, I do not know. I definitely know why Chewbacca doesn't wear clothes now. Like, it is hot.
That was a thought.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you think about that?
What was that?
The whole Star Wars trilogy, he's just
Free balling.
free balling. Not even free balling implies that he has pants on.
They just keep the camera up at his face.
He's just
just
balling.
keep it on.
Yeah. Like the slave Leia
sweat.
Leia scene, Chewbacca. No.
Oh my god.
Put a towel on his lap. Anyway, sorry.
Oh my.
Amazing.
So what else
Calm
happened
down.
at the con?
So Jones got a couple awesome boxes. We talked to some cool. What did you do when I was not with you, Jones? What were you doing?
Drinking beer.
Yeah, so there's beer. I didn't realize I'm going to get plastered tomorrow and take an Uber home. I already decided.
That's one thing I always say. It's probably better about Salt Lake Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con. You can't find beer on the convention floor in San Diego, but you
really?
can at Salt Lake Comic Con.
That's so
is that
weird.
backwards or what?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny?
That is.
So I didn't realize there was beer till towards the end, and I had to drive home. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I'm going to park at the office, and I'm going to walk in. And I went to today was my birthday, and I went to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get plastered tomorrow, and I'm going to take. I have a
That ought to go well for your party. That's
I have
in
a
the
birthday
evening.
party. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to get plastered, but I am going to get drunk enough where I'll have to take an Uber to my party.
Oh jeez.
And then on Sunday, on
Well, how
Saturday,
late are you planning on
Are
staying
you
at the
gonna be
con?
dressing like
I'm staying
that
the whole
tomorrow?
day.
What was that, Marty?
Is he dressing like that tomorrow?
So my plan was to dress like this tomorrow, but this is very hot.
They should have put some
Oh,
vent.
you-
It is
They should put
very
some
hot.
vent holes in there somewhere.
Very hot.
I have no clothes underneath here except for underwear. Like, my wife bought it, and I immediately was like, shoop, and put it on. Like, shoop.
Is it like itchy? Looks like it might be a
No,
little
it's
itchy.
so soft.
I'm uncomfortable by the way you're
I
touching
feel like
yourself.
I feel like this is the kind of outfit.
And you now know why you're there.
I feel
Yes,
like
it's
this
right
is
there.
the kind of outfit that you just like do a bunch of acid, and you're just like, oh, it's so soft.
How much he's massaging his nipples?
He's paying extra attention to his nipples on that one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We need to sew some pink ones on for you.
Oh jeez.
I plan on wearing it, but I don't know, dude. This is really hot.
That's what the girls are gonna say.
Like, it's so hot that
Oh,
I feel
that's
like
what you should do. Go find a cosplay slave Leia
Oh jeez.
and pick her
So
up.
that's one thing we didn't talk about. There was a lot of titties at the con. Like, I realized that, like, San Diego Comic Con, you guys are obviously well versed in the San Diego Comic Con. There is some. I mean, the cosplayers are the best of the best, right? There's no like homemade outfit. Like, and I saw some really cool homemade outfits. It's like I saw one. My favorite one was I saw the guy from Wolfenstein 3D.
Okay.
And he was all pixelated. Like, that was my favorite
That's
one.
cool.
But for Salt Lake, I did not expect a lot of cleavage. But there was a lot of cleavage, graphics intern. And the first thing, me and Jones separated, and the first thing that Jones said to me is, he's like, there's a lot of boobies around here. There was a lot of boobies.
Why did you say graphics intern when you said
I'm the gadget intern.
Oh, yeah. Graphics intern. I'm sorry. You just poured me like a half a coffee cup of Crown Royal.
would you like some more?
No. They both begin with G. How about I just call you Eric?
Okay, that works.
So what do you plan on doing for the con, Eric?
I go to the con for the art. I like the art there.
The artist alley?
Oh yeah, I like to look at the art. Kind of the booths that are.
And
set
you're
up there.
working, so I won't ask you anything there. But so yeah, I saw the. Have you seen the guy that holds up like the baby versions of like characters?
I
saw-
Apparently not. That
I
must
saw
be a
that
new
guy.
one.
So like the guy, like, you know how you hold up the Lion King guy.
Okay, yeah.
So this guy, all his art is like baby right? Jones?
Yeah.
Like baby characters.
Really?
So like it's
Sarlacc-
like Joker.
the Sarlacc holding up Boba Fett.
Yeah, so like the Sarlacc
Okay.
holding up Boba Fett, or Batman holding up Joker.
It's
like, in
the
that
guy
pose.
who kills the other one or something. Is
No,
that
it's like a
supposed to
baby
symbolize?
version of it. It was very interesting.
It's the Nemesis thing, right? The Nemesis
Okay.
holding up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh?
And
no,
what
I
about
haven't seen that.
what
That's
about
cool.
you, Jesse? What do you hope to get out of Comic Con this year?
I'm probably going to check out a few panels, and what was I going to say? I want to look for some pops, some few Mass Effect ones that I never got when they were on.
Isaac is downstairs.
When they were ever on sale. And yeah, the Crushers, the Will Wheaton and Gates McFadden are doing a panel together. So mother and son from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
really?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I want to see that.
But it's at 1 o'clock tomorrow, so I got to maybe try to escape work for during lunch and maybe see if I can catch that.
You don't have a good boss anymore, so that's going to be...
Well, luckily I get to play boss this week. So
Yeah, he is the boss.
There's one tomorrow, Thrawn at 40, which is about Grand Admiral Thrawn. I know you guys aren't super Star Wars.
I read the Grand Admiral Thrawn trilogy.
I met Timothy
years
Kahn
ago.
today, dude. And so, like...
Really? The author's
yes.
here today?
And so I'm standing there, and Jones is like 5 feet in back of me. Jones can see the fanboy, like, exuding. Isaac in the house. Thank you very much, Isaac.
You were an amazing
You're
individual.
amazing, as always. If you want to stay, it's up to you. We're doing the 200th episode here. So I met him. So I'm standing there, and, like, he was a very, like... I could tell he was methodical, and I'm just, like, fanboying all over the place. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I read the Thrawn trilogy years ago, and it's, like, one of the best, most amazing, like, things ever. And then for you to come out with a Thrawn book after... And then I leave. He signs, like, 3 things for me. I buy something from him. He signs, like, 3 things for me. And I turn around, and Jones is immediately like... Fanboying a little much there, huh?
Did you say that?
He was.
I was like, I was. There, I also met Claudia Gray, who wrote an amazing book about Princess Leia called Leia. She also wrote a book called Bloodline, which Bloodline is about how the galaxy finds out that Princess Leia and Luke are the kids of Darth Vader, and then it's about Princess Leia's rise to general in the army. So 2 awesome books. So anyway, sorry.
There you have
So
it.
it sounds like you enjoyed it.
I
You
did.
really-
I did a lot. Like once I got over and you can ask Jones. Like I was a little like, these crowds are too much for me. But Jones, what do you hope to get out of the con? You're going tomorrow, right? For at least a little bit.
Right. Maybe I'll see what the panel lineup looks like tomorrow when I'm there. Maybe check out a panel, but then I didn't get... It seems like I kept taking the same path back and forth through the con, past the vendor booth, so I didn't check out all the vendor booths either, so that's
what I plan on doing tomorrow. So when you get there tomorrow, I'll start doing that. That's awesome.
Ooh, that is cool.
That is cool.
I like it.
So shout out to, what did we say, the Maker Intern, who delivered some awesome shirts. For anyone that's tuning in, if they want to hit us up on the Facebook feed, we have a whole grip of shirts that we're going to be giving away, some BtR shirts, quite soon. So I'll have some of those for the fan intern and the fan intern's wife for tomorrow.
Awesome. And we need to send one back east.
Yes, we do need to send one back east.
Awesome.
He wears a double X. Double X?
Who? Me?
No, the guy back east.
Oh yeah, he's at least triple. That guy.
Yeah, I feel like
he's huge.
He could fit his whole family in a double X. But yes,
he's the guy that turns sideways and disappears.
By the way, the production intern comes on at a good time. Like he's gonna walk away with a shirt today.
Yeah.
Like the graphics intern and the gadget intern and the intern manager have been like slumming it for years, no shirt, and they're gonna.
Yes, EM the PM. But honestly, we will send you a shirt. Just what do you prefer? What size do you prefer?
Yes, let us know your size for all the people. You know who's on our feed right now. You know who's watching. You know who.
Now BC tunes in. BC speaks up. BC's been watching for a long time. I've seen you, BC, and he's like, I need a hat. We tell him we got shirts.
We have
and
shirts
he needs
right now.
Shirts. He wants a hat.
We have shirts right now.
Good
this
deal.
is really hot. There is no way.
Oh, you're
Just
gonna
keep
let
it
your
on.
meat. You're gonna let that meat hang out, and there you go. Yeah, look at that. It's hot.
But yes, I enjoyed it, and tomorrow I'm gonna. So you're gonna show up in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, I'll show up.
So
after
hope is to actually attend some of the panels tomorrow and have some report back. Actually take advantage of these awesome press passes they've given us, and report back. So
very good. Yeah. So, do you have true plan? What time are you planning on leaving for your house tomorrow?
I'm leaving at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, for your house from the con.
Oh, my wife gave me the she. So normally when we have little shindigs, we set up together. But my wife said that I could show up at 8 o'clock, like when it starts.
At the party?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Eric and Jesse and myself are going to go to the con, or meet up at the con together. Okay. And then we are going to have Tam pick us up from the con.
And you're going to come to my party.
And take us to your party.
Yes.
So if you want to be included in that pickup, you can.
That'll work.
All right.
Because then I won't have to take Uber because I'm going to be plastered. I'm going to be wearing my BtR shirt. I'm going to be like, I love you, Timothy Con. They're going to be like, sir, you need to leave. Okay?
All the little cosplayers are going.
How pissed off would you be if I ruined the BtR press pass for like all of fraternity?
I'm not the biggest con guy, but
you'd be a little pissed off.
I'd be a little pissed off.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off with myself. Anyway, I feel like I've been monopolizing this episode. I apologize.
It's all good, Marty.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the Comic-Con conventions?
Do you like cons? Have you ever gone to cons?
I went to Minecon.
Minecon.
Really?
So
you went to that?
Yeah, I did. I had a really good time. Actually got to...
Where was Minecon at?
It was in LA.
Okay.
Wow. Anaheim.
So that's a big time con.
Yeah, it was. There were thousands of people there. It was a lot of fun. I got to actually meet and hang out with most of the guys from the Hermitcraft YouTube show.
What are some of the premium?
They are
those are. When we're talking Minecraft streaming, that's like the top of the list.
Yeah, and so I hung out with Tango Tech and Impulse, and then a bunch of the others, and then actually got to meet a lot of the Minecrackers. Got to meet Doc M, who's from Germany, huge. After leaving a bar one night, we were all a little tipsy on the way back.
I think this is just awesome. It's a bunch of guys playing Minecraft, meeting up together, and then going to a bar afterwards. It just doesn't seem like it adds up.
Well, so what would you recommend for someone that's starting off on Minecraft? So I'm gonna dip my toe into the world of Minecraft soon.
I'm one of those people that I actually used to make fun of people that made Minecraft because we were always playing first-person shooters.
Well, that's what was funny. It was me and Jones got you into it.
You did.
It was on one of our servers, I think.
And a LAN party.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you had stayed away from it for years. We got you into it, and now you have like fully embraced it. It's like your thing now.
So what do you do in Minecraft? Like, what's your jam?
So a little bit of building, but a lot of doing more redstone, things like that. And what I like about
What's that mean, redstone? I don't understand.
It's almost like electrical engineering.
Yeah, electrical
and you can build things with pistons, electrical lines, basically redstone. There's a lot that you can do, and you can develop these things, and there is no real blueprint. Like a lot of the games are, oh, here's your blueprint, here's how you make it, go collect your stuff. There are people that invent this stuff and come up with amazing designs for things, and it's all off of their own head, and they're hacking the game doing it, and it's fun. So when I've gotten to know these people, it's a lot of fun. So at Minecon, I got to meet a lot of these people. Found out that even though some of them are the top YouTubers, like 1 million plus subscribers, they're just regular people, just like you and me, and very, very down to earth, very humble. It was a lot of fun, and I think more than anything, I would say with going to any of the cons is going around, seeing the panels, and then just absorbing it all. It's a lot of fun, and people watching, I think, is the best part of any con.
Yeah, there's definitely, especially a Comic-Con type thing, like there's certain people that like, have you ever experienced it? I don't know if I imagine, like I said at San Diego Comic-Con, that you're seeing the best of the best cosplayers.
Oh, there's some really good stuff.
Do you ever see some guy that you're just like, oh, dude, like, I get that you tried, but you should just not tried. Do you ever see that at San Diego Comic-Con?
Oh yeah, you do see that.
Yeah.
You do.
And you're like, I know what you are, but...
There's professional cosplayers.
Oh yeah.
That's a weird profession.
So at work, I've got a bunch of the girls that sit around me that are really into Comic-Con. And they were talking about they make their own outfits.
Sounds like I need to meet them.
At a high level. Really high levels. The one girl made a complete Halo armor for her son.
Wow.
Out of like foam and plastic, and
that's crazy.
That's cool.
So,
so talented.
And they were talking about some of these cosplayers, and they were bringing up their photos. and they know these people, and they're like, oh yeah, they make like huge money. They're paid to go to these Comic-Cons, and that's what they're doing for a living.
I thought that was so amazing. Like, how do you make money at that? But yeah, the Comic-Cons do like to bring them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed, so I've been doing the autograph thing. I think, I don't know if you watched, but I fell down the autograph hole, and I've been doing a lot of the consignments for autographs. So, like, for example, David Prowse. So David Prowse is the guy that played the original Darth Vader. Obviously, it was voiced by James Earl Jones, but the guy in the suit was David Prowse.
Yeah. And
so he's retiring. He's retiring from the con scene. Like, he retired from the United States 3 years ago, and he only does cons in the UK. So I sent in like a autograph for him to get signed, and it is. So I go on a lot of these websites. I mean, websites from small UK cons to Rhode Island Con, which is huge, and they have a dedicated section for cosplayers. Like, there is obviously some kind of following where these people are actually following their favorite cosplayers. It's pretty cool, and they play different characters. Like, I didn't realize that. Like, I thought a cosplayer, when they got a good suit or whatever, like, every con they go to, they're going to be Master Chief. No, especially the females, they'll play a wide variety of characters, which is pretty cool.
And they spend months building these outfits too.
So are you going to shout out to Tui? Tui is doing some panels, and as well as your sister. He's supposed to cosplay as Aquaman. So hopefully, I don't know if I saw a couple months ago he was making the trident. So I don't know if we'll see him he's a perfect Aquaman.
Yeah, he's a good match for that. Those of you on the 360 view commenting, thank you so much. But also, we do have our regular feed down below. I don't know. Do we have audio on the 360? Is there audio for it? There is. It's just through the mic on the camera, though. Okay. So those of you that want, you can tune into the actual scroll down below the 360 feed, and we have our regular feed going as well. So you can kind of have them up both side by side. The Gadget Intern's sister is watching the 360, and she says, "Hey, so what's up?"
Yeah. So shout out to the Gadget Intern sister, who I have no idea who she is.
Ashley.
Ashley. Shout out to Ashley.
Awesome. And those of you that tune into the 360 can also see the awesome shirts that we had done by the Maker Intern.
That's correct. You can only see those on the 360. That's what you call exclusive content, folks.
Yes.
Just for the
why
people.
is someone not modeling those?
Steven,
take off your shirt right now.
I think Chewbacca needs to wear a BtR shirt.
there you go.
You got a size over there?
Which size?
3 or 4? You got a 3 or 4?
You're not a 3 anymore.
I'm still a 3.
You're a 2 max.
2, please. If you want to see my moobs. Can we call this episode "If You Want to See Chris's Moobs"?
This is a 3.
A 3. All right. So let's see. So these will be for I think most of our most dedicated listeners will know who they are. This is you made me put this on because you know how hot I am.
Yep,
didn't you?
exactly.
You're such a jerk. I already had it half on before I realized what your game was. Who can do a good Chewbacca? All right, look at that. It's a
There
little
you go.
snug with the Chewbacca.
With the
fur.
Chewbacca fur.
But thank you so much. We want to give a huge shout out to the Maker Intern who made these possible tonight. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
So, what
It's
I
so
would...
hot. Don't make me put on any more clothes.
Oh, good old JJ the DBA just joined us. What up, JJ? And the Gadget Intern's sister, Ash, has now joined the main feed. Hey, Ash, how's it going? So let's just do a little reminiscing here, more seeing how this is the 200th episode.
Let's do it.
Jesse, most memorable episode for you?
Oh, yeah, you're putting me on the spot.
Yes.
I already have an answer.
It's hard to ignore the one with the Nielsen ratings. Like that was right after the company Christmas party. So we were already a little 3 sheets to the wind there. And I had got the Nielsen ratings, and I was doing a story about how they were going to actually take online, like the Hulus and the into account, the online services into account, and they never had before. And Jones kind of blasted me for never putting that into there before, or not even checking boxes for movies that had been, downloaded. And yeah, he was very, very passionate. And the funny thing is I got kind of quiet in that argument, and Dave made the big argument with you. It was like you and him, like, pretty back and forth.
Yeah.
That was the.
I single-handedly blame Jesse and Dave for Firefly getting canceled.
I remember that one.
So I hate to do the same episode, and I wish I would have gone first, so I seemed original. But so that was the episode that I fell in love with you guys. Like, that was the episode. So, like, I started off as a listener. Like, I listen, and to this day, I still, if I'm in my car and I'm by myself, I'm listening to a podcast, whether it be this podcast or the half dozen that I subscribe to that I listen to every week. And I had, I was friends with Dave, friends with Dave, even though we were coworkers. And I had met you guys, and Dave had introduced me to you guys, but I didn't really know you guys. But, like, you had started doing the live feed, I started streaming the live feed, and that episode, like, put it this way, like, I consider myself a pretty funny guy at the end of the day, but, like, that episode was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Because you guys were, first of all, Jones was fucking drunk. Like, there's no other name for it. Like, Jones was not plastered, but he was pretty drunk, dude. I didn't know him very well, but I was like, this is gonna be good. And, like, he fucking apologize for, he hitched his wagon, and, like, so I had a couple of years past our friendship, like, I've experienced the argumentative side of Jones. When Jones is ready and willing for a fight, he will argue until he's blue in the face, even beyond the point that he realizes he might, like, maybe he sees the other point of view, he'll still argue. So I had yet to experience that, and, like, all of a sudden this guy is just like, you know what? Best friend that's been my best friend for 20 years? Fuck you! Like, and so it was just like this awesome thing. And then, I've gone back and I've listened to a lot of the back catalog. My second favorite episode is definitely the one where you guys talk about Jones becoming, like, the leader.
That was The Walking Dead, but yeah, the zombie apocalypse, The Walking Dead.
And how, like, at the beginning of it, you're like, sure, we'll join in with Jones. And then by the end of it, you're like, I think we should fight against Jones. I think Jones is the bad guy. So
he's the Negan.
And then I don't know exactly what episode it is, but there's been this standing joke that Tam's gonna bury you in the desert. And
yeah.
Whatever episode that was the first time that was brought up is also my favorite.
All my friends are convinced that if I end up missing or dead, my wife is responsible.
Oh, it's a funny joke, but it's no joke. We agree that, like, and you know what's funny? We're his friends. We're not going to say anything. Like, we don't want any beef with you, Tam. You buried him in the desert. You had your reasons. I get
it. You don't want to be next.
No, hell no.
And you will be.
All of a sudden, I see pictures of Jones's hole, and there's a hole next to it that's twice as big. I'm like, that's my hole. That's my hole. What about you?
But I think we have a name for the 200th episode. That's my hole.
That's my hole.
Just real quick. The fan intern asks if I'm attending the Jewel Slate panel tomorrow.
2 o'clock.
It's 2 p.m., so I don't think I'm going to make that one. Well, that's about the time I'm going to try to be getting out of work, and it'll take me at least 45 minutes to be able to leave that place.
That's true. What's one of your favorite memories from the show?
I like the time when we got what is it? What do we call Jesse's mom? The con intern.
The con intern.
And we all got at Jesse's house.
The 100th episode.
There you go.
Yeah.
I
So
enjoyed that
also
a lot.
is like, I really enjoyed your like interacting with your mom.
Careful what you say.
Yeah. So like, she was fascinating. Like, I went in there and I'm like, okay, do not say the F word. Do not say the F word. Like, I'm not sure if your mom's LDS. I don't know. Like, I've never met your mom. And I was fascinated. She can speak with such authority, and we're missing out. So I know she probably doesn't have Facebook, but huge shout out to the con intern.
Yeah,
maybe she can come next week.
That episode was titled "Don't Vape My Mom."
Yes. And who was the guy that was the vaping? Oh, yeah.
That would be you. Yeah.
Marty's like, my favorite memories tonight.
Yeah,
What about you? And this is obviously in the background for anyone on the 360. Huge shout out to the graphics intern. You're the one that's got us all our YouTube fame. You're the reason that we got noticed at Comic-Con. What's one of your favorite memories from the last 200 episodes?
Oh, you're putting him on the spot.
You had to know it was coming. It's not so much on the spot anymore. I mean,
He's like the memory of you guys moving in here and realizing I made a huge mistake.
No, I've enjoyed every single episode.
oh,
Yeah.
good answer. Good
That's a
answer.
good answer. That's a
Every
good
single
answer.
episode.
And I, if there's anyone out there listening in the cryptocurrency realm, I think it's pretty damn impressive, like the amount of support you give to these guys that are subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribed to our Facebook feed. I constantly see the messages popping up, and I'm like, oh, I can't pronounce that name. That must be for Steven.
He sent me a text and said, "Did you see our last 3 subscribers? I'm pretty sure we're on a list now."
Oh, yeah, we're probably definitely... There's a lot of squiggly lines in our subscribers. So and first of all, we've already established I was already on a couple lists. So...
I would have to say my favorite. I have a few as well. I can't claim one, but the Sex Fit episode, that was a good one. There was a lot of laughs with that one. It was good. Of course the Christmas episode with the Nielsen ratings, that was a good one.
The Christmas episode was great.
The episode Stoles and I did where we kind of went into our work histories.
That was just me and you, and
Yeah.
that was like...
That was a pretty good one.
I feel like
had
that
a lot of
episode
laughs.
cemented our friendship.
Yeah, it was
great.
good. We
I heard
I think it's down there. Sorry, bro, was the title of one of the episodes. On
that's
that
when
one.
I heard the backstory of you and Tam, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a work-related item.
Correct. Speaking of, Tam is not happy that all my friends think she's going to kill me. She says assholes on the comment
No,
feed.
Tam, it's not thanks. It's knows. We know. Yes.
And a good friend of ours. Hey, guess who just joined? Mountain Dew Boy. Mountain Dew Boy just joined the live feed.
Really?
So, what up, Runs?
Runyon.
Good friend from high school.
Yeah.
Missed the guy. We haven't touched base much at all since high school, and we need to.
Haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, definitely not
You
so.
know-
But the everybody at the table minus Marty and Stoles is very familiar with the Mountain Dew Boy.
Most of all, though, I want to give a huge shout out to the people that listen to us. There's a lot of people that I don't interact with as much in my life as I wish I could, and they interact with me because of the podcast, and I appreciate that. Again, going back to the mushiness of what this is, but I appreciate that somewhere in a living room in 2009, Jesse and Jones had some conversation that allows, 8 years later, my aunt that I barely talked to say, hey, I caught the show last night. It was pretty funny. And so, you got to appreciate that. We don't, we joke about making it big time. We obviously haven't made it big time, but we do appreciate everyone that listens to us.
Yeah, we do this. It's a way to wind down for us. We like to just get together, the camaraderie of it all.
We wind down on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So normally people wind down on Fridays.
and then we show up and do a half-ass job on Friday. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what we do.
It's the American way.
But yeah, so that brings us to the hour mark.
200 more, man.
Yeah,
200 more.
Here's the 200 more. Cheers, everybody.
200 more.
Yes. And look for many new up and coming exciting things from BtR.
We have a production intern now,
the
folks.
production intern series he's gonna make us even
We have an
better
amazing
than we already
graphics
are.
intern and a gadget intern that needs to start reviewing all the crappy.
Yeah, no
bugs.
doubt. When's that gonna start happening?
Uh,
No, it's
Gonna happen soon, Jones. I got it.
Let's go ahead.
yeah,
and-
there we was.
Was that a good Eric impression?
No, it's not.
I think we need to do
A little
impressions of
high.
each other the whole time.
Let's go ahead and just call this out though. Has all the equipment to do this.
He does.
He went out and bought equipment to do this.
I
He
did.
bought the camera. He bought
did.
the soundboard. He bought everything
Let's do it, man.
to do this.
The
and-
production intern will get you set up. We'll get going.
I need a space.
Yes. Oh, Woodward says the work histories was the first one he heard, and he thought it was very funny.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Thanks so much,
Woodward.
Woodward. Awesome.
Silence. Awkward
Silence. Awkward silence now.
It
Pause.
is.
Hold on.
thank you so
I have a
much.
button for that.
I miss Dave. I wish he was here.
Oh,
Dave.
I miss Dave, too.
Dave is still at work. I'm sitting here looking at my laptop, watching all these work.
You know what we
messages
should do
fly
is
up.
the next episode next week. We should just pretend it's the 200th episode. We'll call it the do-over, and then it'll just be the three of us. And we'll be like,
200th to do over.
Dave.
Awesome.
But yes, thank you, Jesse and Jones, from the bottom of my heart for creating this little fun journey we've been on.
Absolutely. And thanks everybody again for tuning in today and keep tuning in week after week. We really appreciate it. Marty, thank you for showing up today and helping us celebrate this 200th episode. Eric, as always, thanks for joining us. Jesse as well. And
Graphics intern, thank you for the wonderful website. Our website's going to be much more browsable.
Yeah, again, you can check that out at beyondtheroutine.com
awesome. All of our content.
/new site.
That's right.
Yes, check that out. And with that, we'll go ahead and play our little outro here.
Thanks for listening to Beyond the Routine, brought to you by our friends at Bastion Technologies and Protocol 42.
Love
Peace.
you guys.
Bye.
Awesome.